Easy action.
I'm your host, Ja DaBoss, and you're watching BossTalk TV's Tall Table Discussions, where educated opinions entertain you. And our panel consists of 4 people today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves with their name and major, starting with...
I'm Colin, and I'm a criminal justice major here at UNLV.
I'm Chris, major's accounting, minor math.
I'm B. My major is communications with a focus in PR.
And I'm Kiana, and my major is interior design.
Alright, so this topic today has nothing to do with our majors, but the topic is on the word ratchet. So, first question, what is ratchet? You want to take it, Cole?
Anime.
Well, ratchet describes many different things, such as how a woman dresses. We're not going to talk about, well, actually we are going to talk about it. When girls go to the party and they're dressed half naked and tracks are showing, I think that's considered pretty ratchet.
Well, let's do it like this. What does ratchet mean?
What does it mean?
Anybody know what ratchet means?
I think it's a form of ghetto. Just another form of ghetto.
I agree.
Exactly what it is. It's just a different slang term. It could be worse, it could be better. I think it has 2 sides.
Well, like the last question I was gonna ask is, what's the difference between ratchet and ghetto? But since you brought it up, let's talk about it now. Like, what's the difference between ratchet
I mean,
and ghetto?
I feel like ghetto is a certain moment, but ratchet is more of a demeanor. Like you can always be ghetto, you know what I mean? But it's like when you're ratchet, like you can be ratchet and be a ratchet. You know what I mean? Because it's a mindset, it's a demeanor, it's kind of how you carry yourself.
You looking confused?
I feel like too that the difference between ratchet and ghetto, ratchet has more of a comedic spin.
That's
So
true.
it's funnier.
And I think when you say ghetto, it's more people that can relate because it's like ghetto is not really brought upon you. Like you didn't bring it on yourself to be ghetto. Like
Right.
that's just your surroundings. But being ratchet, that's something that you chose to do. You chose to do this.
So ghetto could be like where you come from and how like people were brought up.
Yeah.
But ratchet is more like a decision.
Exactly.
Can we agree on that?
Yeah, we can agree on that.
Okay, so my question would be, has ratchetness gone like too far?
Yes. I feel like he said, you choose to be ratchet, and like with ghetto, that could be how you brought up. I feel like some girls, they'll be like, to be funny, they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna act ratchet, or like, you know what I mean? Or when we're sitting down at the SU in the table, like sometimes we'll be like, real loud and ghetto, and they'll be like, oh, they looking at us. I don't care, I'm ratchet, girl. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we play, but then people really take us seriously. So like,
Yeah, like it's starting to get played as, I don't know, we're kind of humiliating ourselves in a way because we're getting too far where people are doing it for attention, like on Instagram. Like people are going way out to take these like absurd pictures to be funny, but it's making our race look bad and our ethnicity look real like a joke, and we're not a joke. Some of us are really out here like working hard, trying not to
Black hotties.
Black hotties.
Black hotties.
So is it like, are we making it an excuse? Are we making it an excuse like to be like ghetto and all this kind of stuff? Are we making that an excuse?
I think it's more like a YOLO. I think it's like a YOLO thing because you only get ratchet at certain places. You don't get ratchet everywhere. When you get ratchet, it's more like you're not thinking about what's going on. You're just doing what you want to do. So it's like a YOLO.
I think that I feel like people use the word ratchet to be okay with stuff that might not actually actually be okay.
Okay.
Like, I mean, and they could not even notice it. Like, Colin was talking about, tracks hanging out or whatever. Like, they could honestly not know that it's hanging out in the back, but be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'm Ratchet, like, and just play it off as such. But that's probably where we get the comedic spin off of, because then we'll just go out of our way to try to embarrass or slightly embarrass ourselves for it to simply be comedy, and then just say, oh, I'm Ratchet and it's okay, but it's really not, like, because I don't think people understand the context of the word.
Right. So do you think that because it's comedic, it kind of makes it like, I don't know, like, do you think we condone Ratchet behavior because it's comedic, like because it's funny?
We do.
Okay,
Yeah,
we do, but I want to say that it's okay to have Ratchet moments. It's okay to do that.
It's okay to have Ratchet.
Because there's some things that are out of your control, because the way that people look at the word, they think Ratchet and embarrassing. That's how they correlate the two. That's how I feel. So you're gonna have embarrassing moments. Okay, that's just gonna happen. So in a sense of it being Ratchet, like, with something that disrupts your appearance,
Right.
That's okay to have that moment, but don't be Ratchet, because then you're exceeding what, first of all, what the word means,
Right.
and you're taking this, what you think it means, and you're trying to mask it with what it actually is. And for the intelligent mind, they're still looking at you like, no, like, that's pretty bad.
I'm a living example of Ratchet moments.
Oh goodness.
I'm just gonna say that. Rihanna is a living example of Ratchet moments.
Yeah,
like,
Rihanna
she's
is.
Ratchet and she's from the island. But I mean, she's a celebrity we look up to, and she can be civilized when she wants to be. So I feel like, yeah, it is an action.
Okay, so what makes someone Ratchet?
I was gonna say, like, kind of with that question, like, I feel like when you say Ratchet, the first thing that comes to mind is female. I never heard another man say,
That's
"Oh,
true.
you Ratchet." It's always about another female. So like,
Do you have a
like when it comes, like when Ratchet comes to mind, I think about females. I think that word is put out there just for us, which, like, we were saying it's funny, and sometimes it is, but at the same time, I'm like, I've never heard a man be called Ratchet. I've heard men rap about being Ratchet.
But I think
He said she Ratchet.
yeah, but
That's what I'm saying.
I think the reason why that occurs is because of the appearance of the typical male and female.
Right.
Like, females, y'all are supposed to look what? Beautiful. Y'all supposed to look elegant, stuff like this. Men, we can look rough and it'd be okay, because that's okay. That's what that shows masculinity.
right?
Men, like that, I mean, females,
Ladylike.
yeah, ladylike, respectful.
So Ratchet's like the opposite of being a lady.
Yeah, exactly.
But is it being manly?
No, it's not being manly. It's being. I would say it's
Being ignorant.
being ignorant.
Being ignorant. Why you say that, Keith?
Because it's like this. Like, we decide to be Ratchet because we want to do what we want to do, like Rihanna. Rihanna doesn't act right all the time.
Right.
Rihanna acts a fool all the time. So it's like, you decide to be that way. You weren't raised that way.
Right.
I think. So it's like an ignorance because you want to be that way. It's an ignorance because it's like you don't really care what other people are doing, how other people think of you. Not that it's supposed to consume your mind by what other people think of you, but there's a way of representing yourself that you don't care about. So it's an ignorance.
Yeah, like, we all know you weren't raised that way.
Yeah.
We were raised to be Ratchet.
Where did this word come from? Like Ratchet.
Honestly,
From down south.
what's funny though is it's actually because if you talk to other people, like I talked to this dude from Wisconsin, and he had never heard of the word in the context in which we use it.
Right.
So his version of Ratchet is like wearing a dirty shirt, like a dingy shirt with, like, it has to do with, it still has to do with appearance, but at the same time it's not really, yeah, exactly, not so much as how you act, but the way you dress. Like, you wear, wrinkled jeans, or you're trying to wear like a business suit, but it's all wrinkled or got holes in it. That's how he sees Ratchet.
I mean, we kind of see Ratchet like that too.
But
if you break down the history and actuality, I heard the word, well, I was told it started down in Louisiana with all that music, and I have a friend that told me that's where Ratchet started. And really, it was because a black person couldn't say Ratchet. That's where it started. The black person couldn't pronounce that word, so then they just made it Ratchet, and here it is now. We living with it.
Look at the history. I mean, I think if we had to wrap the show, I think we should wrap it with the history. I mean, do you think so?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes the first show that we've ever taped for BossTalk TV's Tall Table Discussions. Till next time, please give us comments, concerns, likes, questions, topics. Let us know.